Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That's lovely. On behalf of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, I'm your host Mayuri Malankar, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this Glittish Day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to have you all join us today to commemorate the listing of the equity shares of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited on NSE. It's a momentous occasion and a significant milestone for the company. Let's begin our morning with a huge round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedules to be a part of our celebration. And before we begin, I'll request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. It is said that the milestones are an important way of looking at the past with gratitude, present with appreciation, and future with hope. And today we are here to celebrate such a milestone for Popular Vehicles and Services Limited on the NSE. Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, the flagship company of the diversified Kuttukaran Group, having a business legacy of over 80 years, was amongst the first batch of just 17 dealers appointed by Maruti Suzuki in the country. Established in 1984 by opening Maruti's first outlet in Kerala at Thiruvananthapuram, the company has evolved rapidly over the years and grown from strength to strength. In its 40 years journey in the automobile dealership sector, the Kuttukaran Group has crossed many milestones by way of its association with several other leading global OEM brands. Popular Vehicles and Services Limited is now the holding company representing Honda Cars, Jaguar, Land Rover, Tata Motors Commercial, Bharat-Benz, Ather and Piaggio as their authorized dealers in the 4 states of Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Besides dealership, Popular Vehicles and Services Limited is also into the authorized distribution of automotive spares and allied products representing Maruti Suzuki, Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, both commercial and passenger cars, and JCB. The product portfolio includes the entire spectrum of two-wheelers, three-wheelers, passenger cars, commercial vehicles and EVs, including the pre-owned vehicle segment. Over the last 8 decades, Kuttukaran has metamorphosed from a family-run entity running auto spares retail outlet into a professionally managed, multi-dimensional corporate house with a combined turnover of rupees 4,875 crores, a 10,000 plus strong workforce and a network of 434 touchpoints. It is in the largest service dealer in India with a service ratio of 22 vehicles for each new vehicle sold. The group serviced 7,91,360 passenger vehicles and 1,63,000 commercial vehicles last year. In sales, 33,681 new passenger vehicles, 10,758 new commercial vehicles and 11,806 pre-owned vehicles were sold in the financial year 2023. In its 40 years, journey of dealership, Kuttukaran has so far sold more than 8 lakhs new vehicles and serviced more than 8.5 million vehicles. Kuttukaran has consistently ranked among the best for innovation, human resource development, operating system, and consistency of performance. The group has always stuck to its core values of respect for people, customer focus, honesty and trust, knowledge and expertise and entrepreneurship. Owing to the uniqueness of its success story, even IIM Ahmedabad adopted it as a case study earlier for aspiring management students. It continues in its endeavor to nurture and develop its human capital by providing them with immense opportunities for entrepreneurship and growth, and to take up higher and more challenging responsibilities to be a part for the success and growth of the organization. Ladies and gentlemen, we will know more about the company in this event, but for now, this event has been graced by the leadership team of our company and some dignitaries. Let's welcome them with a huge round of applause. Please welcome our host, Shri Abhinav Agarwal, Chief Manager, NSC. A very, very warm welcome to you, sir. We have with us here today the Board of Directors and the leadership team of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, who are the stalwarts in their respective fields and will be telling us more about the company and its achievement. Please put your hands together for Mr. Jacob Kurian, Chairman. A very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Please put your hands together for Ms. Preeti Reddy, Independent Director. Mr. George Joseph, Independent Director. He couldn't make it, but let's put our hands together for him as well. Mr. Francis K. Paul, Whole-Time Director. Mr. John K. Paul, Whole-Time Director. Mr. Naveen Philip, Managing Director. Mr. Rakesh Butoria, Nominee Director. Mr. Raj Narayan, Chief Executive Officer. Mr. John Varghese, Chief Financial Officer. And now, please welcome our book running lead managers, Ashwini Khare and team from ICICI Securities Limited. Mr. Viral Shah and team from Nuvama Wealth Management Limited. Mr. Anupam Paliwal and team from Central Capital Limited. Thank you everyone once again for gracing the occasion. And now we will commence this auspicious ceremony by lighting of the lamp. I will request our dignitaries to kindly come forward. Mr. Francis K. Paul, Mr. John K. Paul, Mr. Naveen Philip, Mr. Jacob Kurian, Ms. Preeti Reddy, Mr. Paul, Francis Paul, Ms. Sarah John, Ms. Elizabeth, Mr. Paul K. John, Dr. Mary John, Mrs. Sushila George, Mrs. Leela Philip. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Indians. Before every auspicious occasion, we believe in lighting of the lamp. Lamp is a symbol of health, wealth, prosperity, happiness, growth. और दिए की जो ज्योत होती है वो हमेशा ऊपर की ओर उठती है. दिए का ये स्वभाव है. हमारे द्वारा शुरू किया हुआ काम इसी तरह हमेशा अग्रसर हो, आगे की ओर बढ़े. इस प्रार्थना से, इस भावना से हम हर शुभ काम की शुरुआत दीप प्रज्वलन से करते हैं. I will request our host, Mr. Abhinav Agarwal, to join us on the stage along with all our dignitaries.
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
Surya Koti Samprabha
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
And now let us take one group picture around the lamp. Everyone, let's take one group picture now. Thank you, everyone. This marks the new prosperous beginning for Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. Let's have a round of applause, everybody, for all our dignitaries. Moving ahead to initiate the proceedings, let me invite on the stage Mr. Viral Shah, Executive Director, Head ECM Syndication, from Nuvama Wealth Management. Can we have a huge round of applause for him?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you all on behalf of Popular Vehicle and Service Management and the BR LIMS for taking out your precious time to attend this momentous listing ceremony occasion. Naveen, Raj, John, Rakesh, today is a milestone day for the company in its evolution as it is getting listed. While we call it a listing day, it has truly been a journey. Kicked off the transaction roughly 8 months back, 70 plus investor meetings, multiple travels to Bombay, and finally this is the culmination. Naveen, I would like to say two things about you. We attempted this process some time back and we win some and we learn some. And I think you epitomize the true sense of learning that we can take from such situations. You came back harder, stronger, and mightier. You grew the business in scale, you grew your partnerships, you enhanced your product offering, and you grew your network. As a result of which, today, we have participation from some of the best MFs, some of the best insurance companies, some of the best FIIs in the book when the market saw a correction of almost 8% in the Nifty small cap. Today, Naveen, at 10 a.m., you will grow from a 152 shareholder family to 1.1 lakh shareholder family. And we wish you and the company all the very best for future. And we are confident that the company will continue to achieve great success, growth under your vision, under your spirit, and under your entire team. A successful IPO is a reward of efforts put in by various parties, and this would not have been possible without the support of Banyan Tree, the regulators, SEBI, stock exchanges, and other intermediaries like the legal counsel, auditors, registrar, ad agency, printers, and a lot of other people involved. Thanks to each one of you for making this IPO successful. Lastly, we at Nuvama are privileged to have been associated with this IPO, Naveen, and would like to thank the management team and the Banyan Tree team for giving us this opportunity to partner in this IPO journey with you and achieve this truly special milestone for the company. All the very best, Naveen, and look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you, sir, for all the kind words and best wishes. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome our host, Shri Abhinav Agarwal. जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करेंगे श्री अभिनव अग्रवाल, Chief Manager, NSC, to address the gathering.
Shri Naveen Philip, Shri Raj Narayan, Shri John Varghese, and other distinguished dignitaries and family members present. Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you for the listing ceremony of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. NSC is proud to welcome Popular Vehicle and Services Limited in a family of listed corporates, and this will be 2,438 company to list with us. NSE listed companies have a market capitalization of USD $4.5 trillion, and from today onwards, Popular Vehicles and Services Limited will be an integral part of it. India is now the fourth largest market in terms of market capitalization after US, China and Japan. In terms of number of trade, NSE is the largest exchange in the world today with more than 25 crore transactions on some days and more than 1700 crore orders on some days. The market capitalization of India has grown about 96 times in rupee terms since NSE started its operation in 1994. It is a testament of India's entrepreneurial activities and trust of its people on its entrepreneurs. India is also amongst the largest market in the world with over 9 crore unique PAN investors with NSE and 7 crore plus households accounting for almost 20% of India's population directly investing in stock market today. The IPO of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited with an issue size of approx 600 crores was subscribed 1.23 times. We hope that today's successful listing of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited will inspire many more companies to look at public market as a promising alternative. We at NSE are committed to facilitate fundraising opportunities for upcoming organizations to chart their growth stories and make capital market more accessible. We hope that listing is the start of strong partnership going forward. I congratulate the entire team of Popular Vehicles, the merchant bankers, the legal advisors, the PR agencies, and other parties associated in the IPO for their accomplishment. And today's listing is a testimony of their hard work. NSE once again welcomes Popular Vehicle to the family and looks forward to supporting you in your future fundraising endeavors. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I welcome Mr. Naveen Philip, Managing Director, Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, to share their insights and reflections on this momentous occasion. Can we have a huge round of applause for him?
Good morning, everybody. A big thanks to NSE and SEBI officials and all people sitting in this room for making this historic moment for the Kuttukaran Group. Formerly led by both my uncles, Francis Paul and John Paul, we've reached this milestone after, I think, 85 years of travel. But the one person I miss here today is my grandfather, the late KP Paul, the founder of Kuttukaran Group. He instilled in us the courage to not lose hope, and I think Viral was mentioning that in our second journey for the IPO, and always be bold and go forward. I've read this poem by Rudyard Kipling, which is If, and each time I read it, I remember my grandfather, and one sentence from that: if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. And that philosophy that he instilled, which was carried through by my uncles and then to us as a third generation and all my cousins sitting here, I think that embodies the spirit of the Kuttukaran Group. My grandfather started this journey in 1939 with spare parts retail, and we were the largest spare parts retailer in the country, the length and breadth of the country. In 1984, both my uncles Francis and John took the decision to become a Maruti franchisee, and I think that was the next leap for the organization. And today, we are the largest servicing dealer for Maruti, and all of the brands put together, we've done 1 million vehicles. I think it's a huge round of applause to everybody on that. I had the good fortune of staying with my grandfather for 4 years during my engineering. Today, I say good fortune on hindsight, but those 4 years were terrible years. He used to ensure that I had to go to the workshop, post my engineering. He used to ask me questions which I had not heard of. And then later when I passed, and today, I would say that I would call him the KP Paul University or the Pilaten University as Kuttukaran Group calls them, because he taught me much more than my 4 years of engineering and 2 years of MBA. When we first embarked on this journey in 2007 to raise private equity and to grow this business, and in the board we were discussing as to how to grow this business and consolidate dealerships. The first person from the private equity, the chairperson of Kantar, George Joseph, who's unfortunately not here today, but the former CMD of Syndicate Bank and Canara Bank, have helped us grow this, along with Rakesh Bhutoria from Banyan Tree side, and I can't forget, but Sanjeev is sitting in one corner, but Sanjeev, in this journey to grow this business and to become a listed company today. This journey of IPO, I think the BRLMs, the legal team, the entire team have helped us and held our hands through this journey, without which it would not have been possible. So I can see the entire team there, and a big thanks to all of you here. The company is now touched 5,000 crores, 1 million vehicles of service, 60,000 new vehicles, and the journey is just begun for us. In this IPO journey, I would like to say, I don't know if I'm supposed to say it in NSE and I'm going to say it in front of the bankers, but I would just like to say that when we started this journey 2 to 3 years ago, and to this moment, I'm remembering Charles Dickens' quote. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity. It was a season of light, it was a season of darkness. It was a spring of hope and the winter of despair. And the winter of despair actually happened between 12th and 14th when the markets crashed. But through all this and the emotions that ran around us, everybody in the team held strong. And 2 people, other than the BRLMs, who were there constantly on my side, John and Raj, to go through this journey and give me the support. Sometimes my voice breaks, so John and Raj will make up for the rest of the things that I missed out today. So it's an amazing journey which they helped me through it. The other thing that I would like to say is that we are a 10,000 strong company. All the chief executive officers of our company are here, of the various divisions. People who have completed 25 years and in the senior team are here. The entire IPO team is here. They represent the 10,000 workforce that stood behind us, and a big kudos to them too. Through this 8-month journey, 70-odd meetings of investors, hundreds of travels to Bombay, Hong Kong, Singapore, I think my wife never complained one bit, though I don't know what is going on in the back of my mind. I've never thanked her publicly, so I'm thanking her now. Our logo states, journeys with you, Kuttukaran journeys with you. Our journey is just started, and since we are in the automobile field, this is a time to shift gears, step on the accelerator a little bit. But as my grandfather said, in Malayalam, I'm just saying a few words in Malayalam, I'll translate. That is, you have to sit before you stretch your legs. This is the start of a journey, and with the board that we have, with the next generation that we have, I'm sure this is going to go a long way. Another thing that my grandfather always held together was a family. And that tradition also continued with both my uncles. And the testimony to that close-knit family, that all their siblings, except for one who couldn't make it because of an operation, but all 3 sisters are here today and they took part in this entire function. So once again, a big thanks to everybody from the Kuttukaran family as we step on to the next level and shift the gear. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's been a really wonderful journey. On behalf of everyone sitting here and watching us live, I would like to wish you all the very best. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, we move ahead. May I request Mr. Raj Narayan, Chief Executive Officer, Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, to join us on stage and share his thoughts. Can we have a round of applause for him?
Good morning to the dignitaries, strategic partners and well-wishers. We are running a little behind schedule, so I'll have to run it through a little fast and I'll skip some of the things that I noted down. So firstly, I'm truly humble to stand here on this memorable day and be a part of the historic event in the journey of the Kutukaran Group and Popular Vehicles. It's indeed a very momentous occasion for us. A journey that started more than 7 decades away is about at the point of inflection. From being a household name in the markets that we operate in, we today are in the national spotlight. One of the elite in the group of listed companies and one of the very few from Kerala. No words can convey the immense pride and happiness we have in the trust, faith, confidence and belief the investors had in us. So we welcome all the investors into our family. I would also like to mention the undying commitment of our team. The IPO team, the internal IPO project team, all of them are here to celebrate the occasion today. They've been burning midnight oil and they still are doing it. We have quite a lot of very loyal, committed employees who've been in the company for a long tenure. I think a lot of those people who have crossed more than 25 years has come here today. And a big shout to all the 10,000 plus employees that we have who are watching this live from the various locations they have. A big shout to you, kudos. Okay, I'm just skipping the names for the paucity of time. Special mention to the promoters and the board for having passionately involved themselves in making this a reality. The lead bankers, legal counsels, PR agencies, and Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, and the various OEMs without whom we would not have reached here. Would also truly like to appreciate SEBI, BSE, NSE. Thank you, Mr. Abhinav Agarwal, for hosting us here today. And also the 8.5 million customers with whom we journeyed over the last 8 decades. This would not have happened unless for them. A big thank you to all. India is the third largest market in the third largest automobile market in the world. However, even today, the per thousand penetration of cars is only 25. And considering the 1.4 billion population that we have, that's a long runway. So not just for us, but for the entire dealership fraternity in the country. The industry is also going through a fast-paced changes. Cars are no longer metal or a machine. In fact, they're part of the family. Just to mention one, my 18-year-old son, I've never heard him refer to the car by the brand or by the model. So he has named one of them Hulk and the other Ralph. So it's like I'm taking Ralphie out for a spin or I'm going out with Hulky. So it has become a part and parcel, and the way the disruptive innovations are happening. EV was a term unheard of till a few years back, and today you don't see a single day where you don't see it on the news, on the media. Connected cars are a reality, driverless cars have become a reality, and very soon we might even see flying cars. Many new OEMs are entering the market and many are poised to enter. We at the Kutukaran and Popular Vehicles are really geared up to embrace this change, embrace this opportunity. Thanks to the efforts put in by our Learning and Development Center, which continuously works on enhancing the people skills and the people productivity, our cross-functional IT and digital team, which has been working continuously in automating all our systems, processes, etc., be it the BI tools, robotic automation process, call center. All this creates a lot of trust and confidence among the customers. We also have a completely centralized backend system across brands, across companies, and across OEMs and across markets, which, be it the HR and finance, be it the call center, be it our IT backend system, warehousing, supply chain management, all of them are, completely centralized. The backend centralization and the front-end synergies on field goes a long way in terms of the smooth transition, be it acquiring a brand, be it entering a new market, or be it acquiring a dealership or any expansion. While it is indeed it's a moment of an emotional high for all of us, it also reminds us on the importance of being grounded and humble, reminds us about the immense responsibility and accountability that we take on from now on, reminds us that we need to continue to exceed the expectation of all the stakeholders. So it's a new start, it's a new beginning. We at Popular Vehicles and Kutukaran are committed to set the highest of standards in customer delight, employee happiness, principal OEM vendor relations, strategic partner relations, and creating value for our investors. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now to commemorate the significance of this event, we'll have the exchange of mementos. Once again, I will request Shri Abhinav Agarwal, Chief Manager NSE, to join us on stage. As a congratulatory gesture, we present the first special memento to our promoters. I will request Mr. Francis K. Paul, Whole-Time Director, Mr. John K. Paul, Whole-Time Director, Mr. Naveen Philip, Managing Director, to join us on stage. A special listing memento from NSE to Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, zordar taaliyan bajti rehni chahiye. It's a big moment. Thank you, gentlemen. And these are the proud badges from NSE to those employees who couldn't be present here. I will request Shri Abhinav Agarwal to kindly present the mementos now to our partners whose contribution have been invaluable in the successful listing of Popular Vehicles Services Limited. Mr. Ashwini Khare, EVP and Head Industrials, ICICI Securities Limited. Can we have a huge round of applause for him, everybody? I will request Mr. Viral Shah, ED and Head ECM Syndication, Nuvama Wealth Management Limited, to join us on stage. Next, may I request Mr. Anupam Paliwal, Senior Director, Investment Banking, Centrum Capital Limited, to join us on stage. Next, team Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas, Mr. Rubin Chako. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our PR and advertising agency, Ad Factors, may I request Mr. Arun Ori, Mr. V. Subramanian to join us on stage. And now we present the mementos from company to NSE and our partners. I will request Mr. Naveen Philip, our Managing Director, to join us on stage once again. Two more. May I request Mr. Francis and Mr. John as well to join us on stage. I will request our promoters to kindly present the first memento to Mr. Abhinav Agarwal, Chief Manager, NSE. As a token of appreciation to our partners for their invaluable contribution, we present the mementos to the following companies. May I request Mr. Ashwini Khare and team from ICICI Securities to join us on stage. Next, I will request Mr. Viral Shah and team from Nuvama Wealth Management Limited to be ready. Mr. Viral Shah and team. Next, I will request Mr. Anupam Paliwal and team from Central Capital Limited to be ready. I will request Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas team, Mr. Rubin Chako and his team to be ready. Next, may I request Mr. Matthew Thomas and team from J. Sagar Associates to join us on stage. Next, I will request BSR and Associates LLP, Mr. Baby Paul and team to join us on stage. Next, may I request the representatives of RGN and Prize Chartered Accountants, PM Veer Money to join us on stage. Next, I will request the representatives from Lincoln Time India Private Limited. Lincoln Time. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are just few moments away from that most awaited moment. I will request our dignitaries, family members to kindly join us on the stage for the bell ringing ceremony. I'll request our BRLMs as well to join us on stage. It's 9:58. I will request Shri Abhinav Agarwal, Chief Manager NSC, to join us on stage. You will see the countdown on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, you all will join me for last 10 seconds. Are you all excited? Yes? So can I hear the countdown from you all? 52 seconds to go. We all will start from 10, everybody. The moment we all have been eagerly waiting for has finally arrived, where Popular Vehicles and Services Limited will be officially listed on NSE. 40 seconds to go, everybody. A moment to celebrate. I can see the excitement and the happiness on everyone's face. 30 seconds to go, everyone. 20 seconds to go. And let's get ready for the final countdown. Everyone, you'll have to give the countdown with me. Louder. 10, 9, 8, louder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heartiest congratulations. Heartiest congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Popular Vehicles and Services Limited is now officially listed on NSE. Taaliyan bajti rehni chahiye, everybody. Congratulations. Thank you everybody. Zordar Talia Fish Ikbar for Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. It is now officially listed on the stock exchanges. It's been a milestone. Thank you to all the family members, friends, well-wishers, all the colleagues, employees. Thank you. And I will request our promoters to kindly stay back with us on the stage. We continue with our memento presentation. The next memento goes to our PR and advertising agency, Mr. Arun Ohri and Mr. V. Subramanian from Ad Factors. May I request them to kindly join us on stage? Next, I would like to welcome the printer to the offer, representatives of Western Press, Pradeep Mane. Next, may I request PCS Sajaman, MC Secretarial Auditor, to kindly join us on stage. And now we present the mementos to our independent directors. Please put our hands together for Mr. Jacob Kurian. Ms. Preeti Reddy. And Mr. Rakesh Batoria. And as per our tradition at NSE, we present the instant photocopy of the listing ceremony to the promoters. I know you'll get the pictures later, but this instant photocopy is like a memory forever. I will request Shri Abhinav Agarwal, the Chief Manager NSE, to kindly present this precious memory to our promoters. Ladies and gentlemen, Zordar Talia. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. You may now take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Ashwini Khare, Executive Vice President and Head Industrial ICICI Securities Limited, to share a few words. Please have a round of applause, everybody.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks a lot for joining us here today physically, and also all those who've joined us online for this listing ceremony of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. It's been a great pleasure sharing the dais with Mr. Naveen Philip, the MD, then Mr. Raj Narayan, the CEO, and Mr. John Burgess, the CFO of the company, who along with their accomplished team have achieved yet another milestone today. We at ICICI Securities are proud to be associated with the Popular Vehicle Service IPO, enabling them to foray into the public market through a successful IPO amidst huge volatility in the capital markets that we saw in the last few weeks. We would like to thank the company and Banyan Tree Private Equity as a financial investor in the company for appointing us as a left lead for this IPO. And I must say it's been a great experience for all of us working with the company team together and bringing this up to this stage of today that we are listing here for the company. As you know, Popular Vehicles is a leading automobile dealership in India, having fully integrated business model catering to the complete life cycle of vehicle ownerships. Started with the first set of dealers that were appointed by Maruti way back in 1984. They have only consolidated their position since then. I would like to congratulate Mr. Naveen Philip and his team for creating such an enterprise, and I'm very confident that the company will continue to deliver on its commitments in creating shareholders' wealth. On this occasion of listing, I would like to convey my best wishes to the company for all the success in the coming years. As he just mentioned, the company is now accelerated into the next gear, and I wish them all the very best for the growth in the next phase and for all its endeavors in creating this value for the investors. Thank you and all the very best, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kare. Next, I would like to welcome on the stage Mr. Anupam Paliwal, Senior Director, Centrum Capital Limited, to share his thoughts with us. Can we have a round of applause for him?
Good morning, everyone. So the word popular and pioneer, they both start with the same alphabet. And in many ways, it is very apt. They were among the first set of dealers for Maruti. They were among the first few dealerships to have a diversified set of brands. They were among the first to get a PE on board. And with today's listing, they are the first mass market automobile dealership to get listed on the Bowses. I'm confident that with their pioneering spirit and the prudent approach, we will see many firsts in the years to come. There are two more points which come to my mind with this listing. First, it demonstrates that the Popular's emergence as a multi-brand, multi-state, scaled-up automobile dealership, especially in an industry which is very fragmented. But if you go by the examples what you see in US and Europe, where the dealerships are multi-billion-dollar enterprises, I think we have just scratched the surface, and there is very long road of growth ahead for the company. The second is that unlike OEMs and unlike autocoms, which are typically product-led, there is very strong service orientation of this company. And this gives investors a very unique play on the automobile services space, which is not available otherwise. With these words, on behalf of Centrum, I congratulate Naveen, Raj, John, and the entire Popular and Kuthukaran family on the IPO and wish them all the very best as a listed company. I also thank them for having us on this journey as a partner. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to present the vote of thanks, may I invite on the stage Mr. John Varghese, Chief Financial Officer, Popular Vehicles and Services Limited, with a huge round of applause.
I'll start by first thanking you, Mayuri, for the lovely emceeing that you've done. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuthukaran Journeys with You is our tagline. So we would like to use this opportunity to thank all of you who have journeyed with us in this IPO journey or the voyage. Firstly, I would like to thank the two regulatory authorities, SEBI. It's an institution that is setting standards, enhancing corporate governance, and significantly contributing to the growth journey and stability of the Indian security market, making it more transparent, efficient, and investor-friendly. Secondly, I would like to thank the MCA, the ROC, who plays a pivotal role in regulating and supervising the corporate sector by ensuring compliance with corporate laws, maintaining the accurate records, and promoting transparency. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to thank the stock exchanges, National Stock Exchange, Mr. Abhinav. Thank you for hosting us in this momentous event in the history of the group. NSE is known for its efficient trading platform with technological innovations. And I would also like to thank BSE, who is recognized for its historical legacy and investor education efforts. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to thank the promoters, without whom this wouldn't have been possible. Starting with the late Shri K.P. Paul, followed by his two sons, John K. Paul, or better known to us as J.K.P. Sir, Francis K. Paul, or F.K.P. Sir to us, and then to the next generation, the current Managing Director, Mr. Naveen Philip. The three of them, actually, I've got an acronym for them. I've called them FIT, F-I-T, FIT. The F in FIT stands for financial acumen, which goes to Mr. Naveen Philip. Boy, the kind of figures that he has in his mind, it's very difficult when we make presentations. He remembers not what is there in the first slide, but he remembers what was there, what we showed 2 years back also. In fact, I'm sure he knows the mobile numbers of all the senior management over here. So he is the Shakuntala Devi of our group. The I in FIT stands for innovator. That pertains to JKP sir. He is a person who thinks out of the box, who's actually our group has made many pioneering things for our industry, which is now followed into the entire dealership fraternity. Not only that, he was the past president of FADA and currently very still active in FADA and KADA. In fact, whilst the late Shri KP Paul made popular a household name in Kerala, JKP sir has made it a name among the entire dealership fraternity and the OEMs too. Just about a year back, when I was representing the group to collect an award in New Delhi, basically we had one of the very famous, very well-known, renowned publications had presented an award to us. They did the top 100 brands, and we were the #1 brand in South India and the #3 all India. So I went to collect it on behalf of the group. So I was interacting during the coffee breaks with the other dealerships and exchanging notes. So when I introduced myself as I am from Popular Vehicles, there was this, absolute kind of a respect, a kind of a wow factor, and most of them, invariably, the next point was John K. Paul. And this is not from the elders alone. It's from the youngsters who are, 20s, 30s, who have just maybe the third generation or just started a dealership. He still trains the next lot of dealership fraternities. So thank you, JKP sir. The T in FIT stands for technology. Technology must be a buzzword today, but it was there in our group many years back. That belongs to Francis K. Paul. Whether it's the new, it's any infrastructure, whether it's solar power, whether it's the machines, the new machines in our service centers, he has a final word in it. So basically, we have the best engineer in our group in FKP, the best marketing wizard in JKP, and the financial acumen in Naveen Philip. So that's the trio for you. But more importantly, it's the values that they inculcate in the group. So here again, I want to point out 3 points. No, sorry, there's no acronym because it doesn't fit in. First and foremost is the humility. Really down to earth. There's no big factor of being promoters. They are normal human beings, and they treat us with respect. So first was humility. Second is the empowerment that they give us. We professionals who come from different organizations, it helps us to grow with the empowerment that they give us. And last but not least is the compassion that they have for all the employees. So these are some of the traits which I found quite unique in this family. And this, mind you, this is not just just to show us, it's there in the DNA. I find it going to the next level and to the youngsters in the family too. So thank you. Good to Karna. To our independent board, the chairman, Mr. Jacob Kurian, Ms. P3 Reddy, and Mr. George Joseph, who was unfortunately is not available today with us. Well-geared board to take us to the next level in our journey. So we look forward to your continuous support and guidance. To Banyan Tree, Ms. Rakesh, Sunakshi, I should not forget the contributions of Rahul and Abhishek too. They reposed faith on us not only for the last 8 years, but they continue to have faith in us as we move along. Thank you so much. The BRLMs and the legal counsel. Maja aa gaya tha yaar, last 8 months, such mein. It was these road shows, weekly calls, the hajar mails. I've not got so much of mails ever in my life. Most of them I'm not reading nowadays. That's a different matter. But really, Isaac, Ashwini, I call him the magician. Abhishek, Gaurav, Shekhar, the 3 H's. Harshal, Harshit, Harsh, Basudev. Thanks a lot for all the contribution. Nuwama, Pooja, Viral, Pooja, Raghu, Lokesh, Sachin. Thank you so much. Shukriya. Centrum, Anupam, Suraj, Prakshi, Sirish, Dhanyavad. Actually, I'm still confused. No, they got a whole lot of divisions. They got a sales, they got a transaction, they got a syndicate, they got, so I'm still not sure what is what. Anyhow, it was lovely working with you guys. Legal counsel, Camps, Ruben, Saurabh, thanks a lot. GSA, Matthew, Shristi, we loved working with you guys. Thank you. Next to our statutory auditors and secretarial auditor. Even now the team will be thinking about circle ups and comfort letters and restated financials. Boy, we had a real good time. BSR, Baby Paul, Kuruvilla, Anish, and even Donna, who was helped in the circle ups. Arjun Price, Viramani, Sir, Shyam, and even Alex, who spent the whole night along with us for meeting the deadlines. To my IPO team, Varun, thank you. Ably supported by Nitya, Anup, Krishna Priya, the secretarial team. Financial team, Bijoy, ably supported by Surya and Vijay. Thank you. Legal team, Pramod with Prasad. And finally, last but not least, James. He is the MIS guy who's got all the data bank in him, whether it's financials, whether it's secretarial, legal, the entire DRHP, the figures that have come out there, he's the one who finally scrutinizes and says, so if there's any mistake, you know whom to blame. Of course, I need to mention the contribution of the accounts fraternity, who ensured that the financials got audited well within time, because this was the most critical part. Both in March and September, the financials getting audited. So there's an entire accounts team of the group which was contributed also. Payment bankers, ICICI and Axis, Dhanyavad, thank you. CRISIL, industry report, pretty good report they gave. Thank you so much, CRISIL. Registrar, Lincoln Time, thanks a lot for all your contribution. PR agency, here you have Bakul and others who've been with us in the marketing and press conferences, well coordinated, thank you so much. Of course, I should mention names of Subbu, Sheetal, Vandana, Saurabh also, who are part of the team. Thank you. Our printers, Western India, thank you so much. Last but not least, customers, partners, investors, press, thank you, thanks a lot. Finally, the 1,000, not only the 1,000 employees of our company, but even the past employees who made popular what it is today. So whether it is the technicians or service advisors or sales officers, team leaders, RMs, back office, accountants, branch heads, divisional heads, top management. Journey is in top gear now. Picture abhi to shuru hua hai. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. This was the most detailed vote of thanks I've ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for sir. I mean, this shows the kind of bond you all share, the kind of hard work you all have done together, and you know, the kind of relation you have with each other. So thank you so much. All of you have been associated with the company in some or the other way, and your contribution has been invaluable in the successful listing. So thank you so much. हमारे audience के लिए एक बार जोरदार तालियां. And with this, we conclude our listing ceremony of Popular Vehicles and Services Limited. Thank you so much. With this, Anchor Mayuri Malankar signing off. Please join us for refreshments, which is on the right-hand side. Thank you, everybody.